Up early in the morning, get the kids off to school, rise and grind, pack a lunch or two, then get to work in a few. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rise and grind. Hey, hey. Rise and grind for your daily news. Rise and grind, grinding just for you. Rise and grind when you don't have a clue. Rise, we've got the scoop for you. Yeah. Rise and grind. Oh yeah. Rise and got the scoop for you. Rise and grind. Knowledge is power. Rise and we've got the scoop for you. Yeah.
Power, knowledge is power. We got the scoop for you. Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show, y'all. We do this every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's your homeboy, the one and only, the big homie. There you go. Call Miles Dixon. I'm in the building. But me, number one. There we, hello. That's two. Why in the hell? No, that's two. I'm one. Millions didn't make it, but I was one to cut my microphone on. Anyway, welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. We do this every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's your one and only, the big homie, the one to call Miles Dixon. I'm definitely in the building with the one on the ones and twos to bring us to you, whether you know it or not, on the spot. That's how we're going to make it high, guaranteed, whether you like it or not. Bam! Right on that ass. Dro is in the building, y'all. Okay, we are in the Podcastic Home Studios. I know y'all see us sometimes. We might have a glass background. You might see us with an all-white background. It's only because we're in our other studios. And I'd like to shout out to everybody who helped support Podcastic and its endeavors and the growth. We launched Freaktastic July, the first week in July, the first Monday in July. Freaktastic, that's nothing but adult talk. If you don't want to get on there, don't say shit. Don't say y'all nasty. We grown folks and we talking. Because what we doing, we want to separate people. We want to make everything people to be happy so they know where they come. They don't have to hear what they think they're supposed to hear, but they're not going to hear. And that way you have a variety. You go to Freaktastic, you want to hear adult talk. If you want to hear some clean kids stuff, we got some kids stuff coming. We got some teens coming. So we about to be a full network and with broadcast quality right here on your iPad, iPhone. If you're an Android user, that's up to you. I just shitted on everybody with Android. Today, exactly. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. That's how, it feel like a chick walking into a room with one fat dude with diabetes. That's all she gonna get is the one. Today's topic is really hitting because when you think about your life now, of course you don't look like what you've been through, but when you think about life, because I got a story to tell for sure. Never mind the coffee that I'm drinking, and screw Tim Hortons. I'm sorry, Timothy. They ain't right, but I'm drinking this shit because I gotta get a coffee maker in here. We got a coffee maker at the other spot, but we gotta get one in here. So today's topic is different, and it's gonna probably reach some stuff because we really truly. I know Brittany keep her private life private, but we're trying to get air clearance for her to land right now too. Her jet has not landed, so it'll be landing soon. She'll be landing soon. And then she had to decompress and all that stuff. So it's going to take her a minute to walk in the building. What was your lowest point in life? For those who listen, don't forget to give us a call at 248-854-9850, 248-854-9850. What was your lowest point in life? And this question comes about, and it hits home with me because I really got a story to tell, and I'm giving time for people to come aboard and start chiming in and let us know that you are feeling the Rise and Grind morning show tonight, this morning. What's the deal? So yeah, I see people was on. Happy hump day to Miss Carmen. Miss Carmen, you be humping? Shout out to Richard Heath. Miss Carmen, when Miss Carmen don't know how deep this topic is, she the one who gave the topic, so she would get the associate producer credit for the day. Brittany is landing right now. Her jet is landing, so we're not gonna wait on her. We're just gonna fill her in when she get in. Wow, my lowest point in my life was when I was sleeping in Cass Park. Flat out, I was sleeping in Cass Park, and what happened was, I took a drum machine. It was called the MPC 62 at that point, out of town, and they basically robbed me blind in the sense of, I think it was some bullshit. They acted like the studio was broken into, and they only stole the MPC, which sounds very shaky to me. Years later, I come to a friend who I thought was a friend of mine's studio, and the exact same MPC 62 was there. I didn't say nothing. I just know karma is a motherfucker. Needless to say, the house I went over to wound up, a lot of bad things happened in the house, and it happened to him. So it's just karma. So in the meanwhile, while the machine was stolen from me, a friend of mine was looking for me because it was really, he paid for the machine, but he let me borrow it. And he was a very dangerous person. So I called myself running away from him or hiding from him at this time, because anybody know me, especially back then, I wasn't nothing that of the streets or in the streets. I wasn't a gangster, but I wasn't a bitch neither. But I guess I became a person who was hiding from a person who I thought would do danger to me. Anyway, needless to say, is when he found out the truth, he was like, man, just pay me my money back. That's all you had to do. I was like, oh, you mean to tell me I went through all this shit and all I do is pay your money back? Make a long story short, I was sleeping in Cass Park. So Brittany just walked in, ladies and gentlemen, Brittany and Chanel.
Yeah, because what are you talking about?
We're talking about what was your lowest point in life.
What?
What was your lowest point in life? I know you're a kid with two parents' household, so you probably didn't have no low point. But anyway, the lowest point in my life, I was sleeping in Cass Park. So as I was sleeping in Cass Park, it's funny. So anybody who know me, didn't know this to be true, know that where my office was, where I started my graphic design business, sits right above Cass Park. Mm-hmm. So I didn't wash up for maybe 9.5, 10 weeks. Same drawers, same shoes on. I was funky as ever. I was terrible. And so it got to a point to where a couple people see me, they're like, damn, Doc about to die. That's how terrible I looked at y'all. I looked like I was on crack and everything, but I never done drugs a day in my life. So as time permit, I used to always look at this building like, oh, I wish I had an office in this building. A friend of mine helped me out. He seen me at Coney Island. He wound up knocking me out. And I woke up with him scrubbing me down like, man, I don't never want to see your ass like this. He was mad as hell.
He was scrubbing you down.
Yeah, he was washing me up. I was Brittany, to be honest with you, I was really fucked up. I had lice or crabs up to my neck. Mm-hmm. It was really messed up. So it was funny. This one day, somebody threw a McDonald's bag out the window, right? Mm-hmm. On the third floor, from the third floor. From the third floor, I ran over to look in the bag, see if there was any food in it. I was like, this ungrateful motherfucker. You know what I mean? He in this nice-ass building, and by this time I wasn't crazy or nothing, but I felt myself slipping away mentally.
You said you wasn't crazy?
Mm-mm.
So you're saying you're crazy now?
No.
Okay.
No, definitely. And plus, your head, you need new headphones because you stretch the other ones out.
That's fine.
Okay.
I have a big head.
Yeah, you do.
I'm smart.
That's what they say.
Go on.
Yeah, smart head.
I'm smart. I'm very smart.
Oh, you need a remote. Anyway, so I was like they selfish, and then this is the same day I seen two men fighting over a pigeon to cook. Right. Once they came to even to odds in the sense to where they just said, you know what, how about we just cook it and we split the pigeon. I seen two people defeather and cook a fucking pigeon. I said, this life for me can't be like this. So I went to my friend's house, and because his mother would let me in through the side door, you know what I mean, because she could tell I wasn't all the way together. And I would play his video game, and this one particular day he was off for work. Right?
Okay.
And then he said, Mom, what is that smell? You know what I mean? She's like, Petey just left here. He like, Pete. And so he heard about me going to this particular Coney Island on Davidson and Linwood. I would go there because I know kids or get off the bus. This was during the time where bus was not allowed on food. I mean, food was not allowed on the buses. So the kids was just run and go get the bus, right, Dro? And I would just eat their food, what was left over. Shout out to my man Mook Dog. Mook Dog has passed recently, too, within the past 8-9 months. Mook seen me one day, and he told the owner, Vic, he said, man, don't never let him eat from nobody's food. And he gave him money. Mm-hmm. And, of course, I heard the whole conversation because glass doors is not really soundproof. And so he said, do you know who he is? And he's like, no, he come in here every morning and, like, you know, he straightened up. Because once I eat whatever food was left over, I would throw it in the garbage. So as I got myself, as I walked in there this particular day, Vic came out like, no, don't worry about it. What do you want to eat? I'm like, oh, you mean tell me I can order? He said, pick whatever you want. You know what I mean? I was like, shit, well, let me get a number 4. Mm-hmm. And a number 2. And I got my food and I was eating. So I walked out the Coney and I got to the gas station and then my friend was like, hey man, what's up going on? Was you just at the house? I was like, man, yeah, but you know, and then he said, what's wrong? What's going on with you? He said, you on that shit? I'm like, no man, and then next thing you know, he just clocked me, pow. And I woke up, he was just like, nigga, I don't never want to see you like this. Your mama be mad as hell if you knew I wasn't taking kick. And he was upset. So I woke up like, dang, what's going on? So he got me together. I told him the story while I was in my predicament. He gave me $1,000. He said, you go back and find out what's going on with your machine. If nothing else, come back. If you don't have no money, I'll wire you some money. So I went back to Atlanta trying to figure out what was going on with the machine. It wasn't nothing popping. So I came back to Detroit. Then I started my life all over again. And needless to say, I'm trying not to get emotional. Needless to say, that same office, I wanted to get an office in. That was sleeping in the car. I slept right there on that park bench in front of the MTI building. I wanted to get in the office right there. And that's how Say No More, Okani, Switchplay TV, all that shit was birthed right there. So, Anybody got a story to tell? Give us a call, 248-854-9850. Y'all not gonna have me on this bitch crying. I was crying.
There's nothing wrong with crying. That's a sign of release.
Yeah, I released myself this morning. But listen, did you say relief or release?
Release.
Oh yeah, I did that.
Release.
I did that.
That's why some people cry, and it's not because they sad. It's just because it's everything been bottled up, so it has to be released.
Did you see Gerf's show last night?
I did not. I had class last night.
Okay. Well, I released a lot of tears yesterday because
what was Gerth about?
Q. No, it was QF.
He was passing gas or something?
No, Q.
I'm missing it. Y'all both laughing. So what am I missing?
You have to really see it. Q hairline. Go back about this far.
He
right?
usually wear a hat.
Yeah, but he put a picture like, hey, y'all, should I do this or go bald? And so I was like, I laugh. So we was laughing.
Oh man, I gotta go see it.
Girl boy was like, you'll never find
A
and
hairline.
I was like, a hairline like mine. We go way back.
Oh man, now I gotta.
His girlfriend was last night, and I was literally on that bitch crying, like tears and everything. Tia Black was on there with us. Shout out to Renee, Cheryl Renee, Brittany, she's watching, Carmen and Richard. Alexa.
No, I didn't see it.
So anyway, Brittany, what was one of your lowest points in life?
I don't know.
I know your personal life, personal. We already did all that shit. But have you ever had a low point in your life?
I think everybody's had a low point in their life. Yeah, I remember when I first moved out, I lost my job.
Out of your parents' house?
Yeah, when I first moved out of my parents' house, I lost my job. Literally, had just moved out and lost my job. That was pretty low for me, and I couldn't go back home.
Because you decided to walk out.
What, to leave the house?
Mm-hmm.
It was time to leave,
Okay.
and I couldn't go out. My parents were like, once you leave,
You can't come back to
you
this
can't
one.
come back. It's not gonna be in and out. And so it was like, yeah, I couldn't go back.
So did you turn into unlawful acts? Or how did you get money?
No.
I just wanted to know.
No. I mean, I had money saved,
Uh-huh.
so I, collected my unemployment for a little bit, and that's actually when acting kind of started popping off for me a little bit. And
That's how you came up with that funky ass walk. That's how you walked out this motherfucker.
yeah, acting had started moving and shaking a little bit, and it kind of went from there and started back working. I'm good.
Okay,
now.
speaking of acting, when
good now.
you watch Intimate Betrayals, did you see the girl who played you?
I did.
Did she do a funky walk?
She had a walk,
Okay.
but it was more of like they added it, like they kind of did it in like slow motion and they added music behind it,
Oh, man.
so it was a little different.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't comical. It was more like
No, it was funny because
the reaction of the men.
no. It was funny because of how they did it in slow motion and slowed it down. Because the girl said her line, "You gotta walk," like she said that line. So she's like, "Oh, okay."
You mean like
Let
that?
me get my walk. Yeah, and then they did like a slow motion.
Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
It wasn't funny as yours. I'm pretty sure.
I can't say that. I mean, people laughed. It just was in a different setting. Like that was filmed.
Was you doing the
Mine
word?
was-
Was you doing the words while they was talking?
When that scene, yeah, because it was the same. It was pretty much kind of the same scene. So it was like a lot of stuff. Some of the stuff I knew what was, whatever. I did the play.
Right.
So
And you did it both times.
yeah, I did the play. So that's why it was like, yeah. I
In
kinda
case
knew
y'all
it
don't
was
know,
gonna-
Intimate Betrayals will be out soon on streaming. I think they're working on another viewing or whatever, but Intimate Betrayals come
think
from
so,
the
yeah.
stage play. The stage play was called Entangled, and this was before the entanglement with Jada in the wheel. So,
And now she trying to do exactly what you said. She trying to do that table talk and bring Chris Rock on and all that stuff, but he declined, obviously.
he declined because
I would have declined too.
I would have went just to go smack that bitch. Listen, I would have been like, sure, I'll do it.
Just to smack her.
Just to smack
I
her.
would have declined. I ain't about to get her no ratings.
Well, I don't even think she don't need the ratings.
I wouldn't give her nothing.
It's just that Chris Rock understand the humility that came with this thing, and whatever she's gonna say would not be. There's not one question she can ask, but it's one question he can ask and end it all. Is why.
Yeah. Well, a lot of Vivica Fox had came out and said something about that particular incident, and a lot of black women got mad at her for saying that.
What did she say?
She just said that Jada Pinkett should be held accountable for how she handled that situation. So of course all the women got on her for that.
I
But
don't understand why all these
I
women.
agree with Vivica.
I don't understand why all these women just be so angry for no goddamn reason.
We talking about women in our community.
Yeah, well, I like
They
how you
dealing
said,
with a lot.
You know what? That's what terminology would dictate the outcome every time. Miss Carmen, if you're listening, what she said is right. I'm gonna have to start saying women in our community.
In our community, because
Because you say
other women don't really.
Because if you say black
But let
women,
me-
it's like, oh,
Yeah, you gotta say
Lord.
our our community. But you know what? I'll tell you why. So, well, I'll give you my analogy on
Hold on,
it.
but before we go there, that's the worst. That's the lowest point in your life ever. Like,
For as of now, yeah. I mean, there's been more. That's the only one that come to mind right now. That was a big deal for me. I had to get a lot of humility during that time. Yeah, that's whatever.
2-parent household.
So back to that doesn't mean anything. Like, okay, so right now we taking classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do a scene or whatever, and the class really is a therapeutic class because everything that we do, you have to look at yourself as a person and as an actor. And some of the stuff that people are dealing with is stuff that you hear is like, dang, okay, wow, okay, cool. So even like just thinking about myself and things I had to deal with and why I feel that us as blacks have to take on so much, especially being black women. We have to deal with so much stuff.
That's very true.
Emotionally, it's so much stuff that we have to deal with and take on, and you get labeled as, in our community, if you're emotional and expressing yourself,
Angry black woman.
you're angry or you're weak or you're emotional. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else get to do what they want to do and have their little temper tantrums. But when it comes to us, we angry and we out of control.
But I love what you goddamn right. I had the right to be angry. My people being persecuted.
Well, that's what that's what I'm saying. And
I think black women and men have the right to be angry, but we should not be angry at or towards each other.
And that's where I think the problem is that we're doing it towards each other. And another thing too is our emotions. I feel like it's okay to be emotional, but not to get out of control with your emotions.
There you go.
And I feel like that's what we have done. We've gotten out of control with our emotions.
And we think when we do things emotionally, well, that's me keeping it real.
Well, even when we think about, okay, us getting angry, well, anger really is a second emotion.
Mm-hmm.
So really you hurt. So it comes out in anger.
Mm-hmm.
And black people are hurt.
Like Lorraine Bobbitt, she was hurt.
Yeah, she was hurt.
Then she hurt her husband, cut his dick off, and then threw it in the cornfield. Yeah, I said,
and wrote a book about it, and they did a movie on it.
And then you know how many chipmunks just probably ran up and smelled his dick.
But the fact is, they found it and put it back on.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And then he did a porn.
Oh, I never knew that.
No, 50. He was the highest paid porn actor.
Never knew that. I just know that they did a.
And they showed the picture. I watched it.
I never. Yeah, I just saw the documentary on it with him, the original people.
Yeah, Lorraine cut his dick off.
She was.
Could you imagine walking around?
While he was sleeping.
He think he about to get some head like, go ahead, baby.
Yeah, she was definitely at an emotional high. But see, her emotions, they were out of control.
Yeah, I think you shouldn't fuck with no woman. If a woman cut your dick off and then throw it in the cornfield.
She mad.
Squirrel.
But you know he had to have been doing something to her for her to go to that level.
How many chipmunks?
Why are you worried about the chipmunk?
How many woodchuck? No, just... He got all kind of ants on his penis and everything.
Well, I don't know. They found it and put it back on, so I don't know how long it was out there.
That's a true meaning of Spotify.
Obviously, it still works.
It did in the movie. It did. He was in pain when he was at his climax.
Does he have kids?
I don't think they had kids.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Could you imagine?
I can't.
Hey, honey, I need my meds because your mommy cut my dick off.
Yeah, I can't.
I can't
Really imagine.
Shout out to everybody. Charles Lewis, what up, though? Cheryl, thank you for checking us out. We need to come on and start talking about some traveling, sweetie. That is my travel agent, the super travel agent, Miss Cheryl Renee, is on the line right now. Cheryl, drop your line in if people want to know about your travel, what's going on, the specials that's going on.
Please, because these tickets like $900.
No, yeah, that's if you see. I fly Spirit. I could have went to.
I'm not going. My spirit can't handle spirit.
Jesus is with you though. Shout out to Jesus.
I can't.
Miss Carmen.
Spirit is disrespectful.
You know Miss Carmen is Jesus, God.
You told me.
God.
You told me. Yeah.
And Nicole is Jesus' niece.
Nicole.
Yeah,
oh no.
It's Jesus' niece.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
Jesus got a lot of family members.
Well, yeah. We all part of his family.
Millions didn't make it, but I was one of the ones Who did? The hardest part of my life, another hardest thing in my life was finding out that a son of mine wasn't my son. That was a very hurtful situation.
How did that make you feel? Oh my God, I feel like a therapist.
Well, Dr. Chanel, I tell you like this. That was the only woman I ever smacked in my life. That I ever physically hit. Yeah, I couldn't take it.
Wow.
And then the situation got worse because I let him come back in my life as my son.
Well, yeah, he didn't have nothing to do with that.
No, I said then it got worse because I let him come back.
Why did you?
Because I loved him. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, he didn't have nothing to do with it,
But due to the fact of the syndrome of a woman raising a son, and me taking over when he was going through things, and she's like, he could live with you. I was like, no problem.
I think that was best that you did that because I know Ayanla said it before, but yeah, I do agree with our community as far as women mess up their sons.
Yeah, and then I did the best I could do. I was his mother.
They honestly messing their daughters up too, but that's my opinion for sure. Now the daughters,
nowadays, yes, women are messing up.
I think they messing up their daughters as well.
They are becoming their daughter's best friend.
And that was one thing my mom was big on. She was like, "I'm not your friend. We are not friends."
I told my daughter that, like,
we are not friends. I mean, we're friends now, but it took a while to get there.
Took you to get grown.
Yeah,
I was riding with my daughter about 3 weeks ago. She said. She's so adorable at this point. She said, Daddy, I got a question. She 10. You still not my friend. I almost broke down like, yes, I'm your friend. But I didn't. I said, baby, I'm your father. Mm-hmm. We're friend-like tendencies.
No, I mean, I get it. And I think that's where we separate. That's where things are getting separated at.
Yeah.
Because the parents want to be the kid friend. Yeah.
Always parents want
But my mom and my dad was big on, I don't care if you mad at me. And I don't care if you don't like me. But you're going to do what I told you to do.
You're going to respect.
Because I know what's best for you. And it's like, dang, like you'll get over it because you're going to need me before I need you. Like, that was always.
Right.
I used to get mad at them for that. Like, like under my breath.
But then when you think about all the white girls that went to school with you and how many football players there's, like, wow, you suck 4 dicks in one day? Damn, Becky. Anyway,
so stupid. Yeah, white girls and black girls is definitely 2 different worlds.
Totally different worlds.
And not just white girls, the Albanians and Asians, all them Arabics. It's a totally different world.
Yeah, because I seen an Albanian with a dumb booty. Her booty was ridiculous. I said, what the hell?
Yeah, they get mad too if you call them white. Don't call them white because they're not white.
Oh my God!
Don't call Arabics. Don't call the Chaldeans. Don't call the Albanians. Don't call them white because they're not white
at all. And they will go ham.
They will get very upset at you.
But that's how we really know who the enemy is. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's how we know it. When everybody don't want to claim you.
I'm so serious. They will not. They do not. The only way they'll do it is if it's beneficial for them.
Yeah.
And it has to benefit them.
Yeah, like they be with the whole football team. But listen, look at you like.
Listen.
I see.
And it's crazy because they get away with so much stuff.
Yes.
So the stuff that they get away with, a black girl could never get away with. Like if they're like overly friendly or overly touchy, it's like, oh yeah, they're cool. But if a black girl do that, she's considered as being easy. Yeah, and it's like, well, why do we get that label?
Well, speaking of hoes, Nicki Minaj, at least she waited till she got married to have a baby.
I respect her for that. I'm glad she got married.
Respectfully.
I'm glad she got married.
Yeah, I mean Cardi B married.
I'm glad she's married.
Yeah.
Because Lori Harvey just did the most disrespectful thing ever, but that's her business. Lori Harvey.
What did she do?
I mean, she just turned down Michael B. Jordan proposal, but she never liked him anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Steve Harvey, don't never get no more advice to nobody.
She's just making it bad for the good girls, that's all.
Well,
but I think people got to understand it's the age difference. It's the 10-year age difference.
It's a 10-year age difference.
Is she older than she is, or she older than
Huh?
He older than she is.
He's 10 years old. He's 35. She's 25. So, but this is what Kevin Samuels. But this is what Kevin Samuels was saying. He was like, women think that they got all this time, right? You don't. So you only go get so many as a woman.
If I was Michael B. Jordan, I wouldn't want to marry her because all I could think of P. Diddy talking about take that. Anyway, shout out to Diddy and everybody who done Laura Harvey.
He's so stupid.
I mean, she went through Hollywood quick.
Well, listen.
No, she flew through Hollywood. It's like once she turned 18, that pussy was gone. She's like,
You're so stupid.
I mean, Diddy was like, oh, come on, bring that ass over here, girl.
For me,
Take that.
It just sucks because you just make it.
Oh, evidently she did.
You just make it harder for the good girls because guys, they already think the worst of women anyway.
We don't think the worst of women. What we do,
because y'all, I feel like they've been done up by so many terrible, toxic women out here. The good girls get the bad rep.
Yeah,
Same for the good guys.
You hear that, Miss Carmen? Okay.
Same for the good guys. That's why they say nice guys finish last.
But really, we finished first. Caller, we got hello. We got a call on the air. Miss Carmen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy. Yeah, you be doing hump day, Miss Carmen?
What?
You be doing hump day? What you be humping on hump day?
These emails.
Oh, I heard you about to say these nuts. That would have been funny. These nuts. Go ahead, Miss Carmen.
Oh my God! What?
What was the lowest
Miles,
point?
you know when you be talking on a mic, I can't hear you.
That's because he always be trying to put on his little sexy
I know.
voice.
I don't want the Barry White voice right now. I just want the regular voice.
All right, then.
When you telling me off.
All right, then.
No, you don't never tell me off.
Miss Carmen, what you been humping on?
Nothing but these emails.
These nuts. You must have these nuts. You still anyway. Go ahead, Miss Carmen. What was one of the lowest points of your life?
When I had to work at the grind.
When she had to work.
She had to work at the grind.
Oh my goodness.
The grind was a strip club. Miss Carmen.
Oh, I remember that story.
What were you doing at the grind, Miss Carmen?
Don't worry about that.
Miss Carmen, I can imagine you in your church shoes up on the pole dancing. Talking about we taking collections for the building, for the Viagra fund. What were you doing at the grind? You was a shot girl?
Listen, Saturday when the podcast cut off, that's part of the to be continued story.
Okay. All right, then.
Listen, but I think, can I comment on Brittany, please?
You can comment because she got a big ass head. Go ahead, comment on it.
You know, I think I understand where Brittany is coming from when she was speaking about Lori Harvey. But I also think that what looks good to us or what we would have jumped on, we're not in her, we're not in her space. So we don't really know what he's like. We know what we saw, what he projected.
But how about the 6 other guys?
That's what I'm saying. It's not just him.
You know what? Don't smile.
I'm just saying. Everybody know her name is Lori Ho Harvey.
Well, whatever it was, he felt the need that he loved her and he wanted to spend his life with her.
Because
so there's some kind of redeeming qualities inside of her.
Well, here's a redeeming quality.
Just because somebody looks good in our eyes, or we would have jumped on it, doesn't necessarily mean that person.
Well, I don't like Michael B. Jordan, so I don't ever think he looked good. To be honest with you, I just want to put that out, and that's not what I was. I don't find him attractive.
No,
I don't find him. I don't find him attractive.
Actually, he looked like an otter. But listen,
I don't find him attractive.
He looked like an otter with muscles.
I mean, honestly, I think that she's 25. She, launched her skincare line. She got her clothing business going. She's modeling. She like where she's at right now, and I think that's just what it is. She just kind of want to still trying to be out here.
And she has
mind you, all her.
Do you think that he was there to help clean up her image in a way?
No, I don't think he had to do any of that. I just honestly think he's 35.
And
She's
she's
25. He's looking to settle down. He wants to get married. This is somebody that he opened his heart to. This is first love. Yada,
And
yada,
that
yada,
little
yada,
hoe
yada.
crushed it.
This is his first time falling in love, right? So he's been very guarded. He let his guard down. Boom, she broke his heart.
And here's the problem.
And I mean,
So do you think,
she's
do you
25.
think he about to be a beast?
No, I
No.
don't think he got to be a beast because he didn't really come from that.
Yeah, but
I think he,
No,
I think he was a
no,
beast
no.
before
I said,
that.
No, I'm saying, do you think he's about to become
No,
a beast?
I know.
When he and
I
get their
think it's
heart
going to
broke.
be another Kim Kardashian, Reggie Bush. I
Yes.
think he's
Okay,
gonna go
okay.
ahead. He gonna find somebody. He gonna have a nice life. He gonna do what he want to do. And I think she's still gonna be out here being reckless, being like a Kim Kardashian.
that.
That's what I believe is
I
going to
believe
happen.
And
And she's
believe that
gonna,
as well.
she's not gonna get what she's looking for.
I think
Period.
I believe that.
I think this is the part where women and men need to pay attention.
I think. Can I say this?
Go ahead.
Let me say this.
Oh,
I
you're
think
saying
people
it.
are getting set up for the okie dokie in life.
There you go.
That's what I
Yeah.
think people are doing. They're getting set up for the okie dokie in life.
Yeah.
And that's what
did
that
you say
was.
the okie dokie?
That was the okie dokie in life. Because
It's
everybody's like,
okey-doke. It's just
okie
okey-doke.
doke, okie dokie, whatever, however you want to spell it.
I mean-
people are getting set up
Yeah.
for that in life. And I seen some women say some dumb comments talking about some men think that that's such an honor for somebody to propose to you. Where you're still single, you don't have a man, and you crying about love. So shut up.
And here's a problem.
Shut up.
I want men and women to watch this.
But it was an honor to them, baby, not to her.
Wait a minute.
But it's not that it's an honor. This is someone that he decided to do life with.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Y'all keep putting all this extra stuff on it.
But here's the thing. I want to say this real quick, Ms. Carmen, because we've been going through this male and female shit in our community for the past few days. When that man decided to get a white woman, no black woman better not say
Don't
shit.
say nothing.
Exactly.
That's my point.
I feel the same way.
That's
I
my
feel the
only
same way.
point. Because all her homegirls, all of them other multicultural women that she hang around, all of them, they going off with their men, they having their children, they 25, 26, they all in the same bracket. You see Tiana Taylor?
think-
No, she wasn't a dummy.
Yeah. So
I
when
feel that
You see
somebody in
Tiana
his
Taylor?
Position,
She's
always-
married with kids and have her life.
what did you say, Ms. Carmen?
I think someone in his position, most times, they always go across the track. And for him to try to stay within his culture, his race, I think it was very honorable of him. So I do believe that if he decides now to go across the track, leave that man alone. Let him live. Let him be happy.
No,
I think he's going across the track.
I think he's been across the track and he know that side and he know how that reflects on him in a sense, not just as a person, but as far as his legacy. Our black men understand that our legacy has been broken many times through many tides, and it's all because we do go outside of our culture. But when the other cultures become our safe spot, and the black woman that we with is not our safe spot. When I watch them basketball wives actually jump up when they men be winning, and I see all them white girls and all them mixed ass girls, and Steph Curry got his girl Keisha, you know what I mean? I said, wow, that's some deep shit. Like,
It's very deep.
You mean-
That's why I love LeBron.
yeah,
That's why I love LeBron. But also, Michael B. Jordan is also a guy that comes from mom and dad.
right.
So, of course, he wants to keep it with his own. I just,
I guess
he might stay within his own. If not, he might go maybe biracial or something like
he gonna
that.
fuck
but-
around with Chloe and get in the
No,
get
he ain't gonna do
Kardashian
that
baby.
because his parents are pretty. He got good parents,
I know
but
Denzel
honestly,
like, boy, you better not. I swear to
honestly,
God.
I think he's just gonna get a good girl and he
what?
gonna live very well.
What, Miss Carmen? Denzel is coaching my.
Denzel's another one that he's very big on having his wife behind him and
so
things
is
like
Snoop.
that.
So is
So
Snoop.
is Snoop.
So
Wow,
is Ice
when
Cube.
a man, let
Ice
me
Cube.
ask you a question. When a man proposes to a woman, and I'm just asking you because you're a man, do you guys think about or have you had the discussion with her to know that, okay, this is the right timing, yes, we're on the same page? Or do you just say, F it, I'm going to go out there and just say, will you marry me? Not
First of all-
knowing, what space she's in.
First of all,
Or do you set yourself up?
if I was ever propose to a woman, it would be in private. It would never be out in the public. I know so many women who got proposed to, and the only reason why they said yes because they didn't want to embarrass the dude.
And some women have said that, yes.
Wow.
So I would never. First of all, the best thing.
I would never want a proposal in public, ever.
Really?
I
Why?
think that's so. I think it's so intimate, and I think I would only want to spend that moment with him.
Okay. That makes sense.
Because I'm hard for the most part, and I don't want to bust out crying, and people be looking at me taking pictures.
But
Oh, girl, shut your
why?
ass
want
up
that to
talking
be
you
intimate.
hard. I read
I
your
want that to
book.
be
Yeah,
intimate,
shut
you
your
know.
ass up. I read your books. Don't you hard. Shut your ass up, Miss Carmen.
I mean, honestly, I think when it comes to relationships, I think people need to figure out like what's the goal,
Right.
what's our purpose.
Right.
Because if
Okay.
you're not trying to continue,
Bye,
Okay,
Miss
wait,
Carmen.
bye-bye.
Bye, Miss Carmen.
Shout out to Girl Boy before she come up here and start shooting at the club.
If you're not going nowhere with it,
Mm-hmm.
then you just wasting your time. We had this conversation. You said you're gonna get with somebody for a purpose. If y'all not doing anything or moving forward or building something, then why are we together?
Yeah.
Why are we together?
Great sex. Listen, and another reason, listen, most people are together for two reasons, either sex or finance. Now, if both ain't there, it's just,
You just there for convenience at this point.
y'all just got a new mattress and y'all just on each end.
I mean, I really don't care. I just have seen the comments, and that's the only reason why I brought that situation up.
No, I got
Quite
you.
frankly, I really don't care.
I mean, neither. That, you know one thing I don't, like, I understand that because, you know, one thing for sure.
What?
Oh, wow.
I'm just with you. When y'all see that, if that man decides to go across, don't be mad.
Then they're like, I told you. Don't mess with that hoe. She's a hoe.
Which is why
You
I
deserve
like LeBron.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it really don't matter what race you are. Women, black women, white women, Arab women. It don't matter. A lot of women ain't shit. Same with a lot of men ain't shit. So, and in that fact, with that being said, you know, he'll find somebody else.
Yeah.
Might be a good woman.
Women ain't shit. Shout out to the Women Ain't Shit group.
But a lot of these men around here walk around better.
Yeah. But
Well, yeah, because
yeah.
women, they didn't broke their little hearts. And when y'all get your heart broken, it's a lot different for y'all.
I heard these guys be heartbroken from, high school. I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
heard
yeah.
this recently.
They do. Yeah.
Because the older guys came through and
Yeah.
Smash.
Yeah.
had that problem. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah. That has been my guys that got their heart broken and they just can't seem to get over it.
Not I got my heart broken, but shit, we can move past that.
No, not when it's like, I don't know, I guess it'd be like their first love or whatever.
Girl,
I feel like if it happens early, some of them can bounce back. But if
Girl,
it happens later,
Girl, break my heart. I'm fucking their friend or their mama.
like if
One
it
of
happened
two.
later, then I feel like they can't bounce back. I feel like it's harder for guys to bounce back if it happened later.
Well, this how you know.
100 to 1 out here. You guys out here, you know, way big.
This how most guys bounce back.
Well, you know what?
Most
That's
guys get a
different out here.
Most guys get a new car. Ride around the high school.
But you know what's different? It's crazy because me and my mom had this conversation and she was just basically saying like the men today are so much different than the men back
No, they not.
in her time.
No, they not.
Yes, they are.
Tell your mama she used the wrong words.
Boys. Well,
Boys.
yeah, because she was saying, she was like, they just don't want to grow up.
I mean, nobody really wants to grow up.
She was,
I don't.
like, I guess it's different because, like, just having a conversation with my dad and then when I have a conversation with my cousins, it's night and day.
But you
Like,
know why?
Y'all are dumb.
You know what? When your dad was growing up, we had a TV show that lasted 1 hour.
It wasn't even that.
You right?
That's what I'm saying, like the video games and all the music, all the
Video
stuff.
and communication.
My daddy was, like, he always works, but I know my granddad.
But your daddy had a beeper, right?
I don't know.
No, I'm just giving an example.
Okay.
So when somebody beep him, he had to find the phone booth. You know what I mean? That's not all this time, right?
But, like, you didn't play video games growing up.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
You played a lot of video games growing up? What did you
But
play?
I played everything.
What was out?
Fuck you. Oh, yeah.
Did you play video games, Drew?
Yeah,
What was
yeah.
out?
Atari,
Yeah.
I don't know what Atari is.
Nintendo.
You don't know what Atari is?
You know what Atari is?
You said Nintendo? Yo, I like I'm a gamer or something.
No,
That's
okay.
why I'm asking. Yo, I'm not a gamer.
The Atari, that's where Pac-Man come from originally.
Oh, okay.
And Miss Pac.
I mean, y'all make it seem like I'm a gamer. I was shopping.
That was late 80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the bad part about our video games, that shit looked terrible.
It looked horrible.
To the video game.
To where the Pac-Man went
But I
up
feel like
and the mouth was moving this way. It was going up.
But I feel like y'all know when to cut the video game off and go take care of business.
How about this? We had to cut the motherfucker off because it get hot. And once it get hot, once that bitch get hot, you need to turn it off anyway.
But these guys today keep playing. They keep playing video games.
All,
like, bro.
Right now, today, you barely gonna find a guy or a boy playing baseball.
That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all went outside. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, nobody.
We had to interact with.
And then you're texting, bro. Why are we? Okay, I know y'all hate when girls, bro, but I'm just saying, why are we texting? Why are we texting? Like, why can't we have a conversation?
Oh, texting at the table.
Like you said, what?
I hate holding the phone to my ear.
Okay, well, let's go see each other. Let's go out and see each other. But don't nobody want to go out. It's like, I ain't about to be spending my money on her. And like, what type of... Okay, we don't have to spend any money. Let's go to the park. Let's go walk.
And walk around and talk.
Let's go get a smoothie. Let's go walk. Let's go talk. Why gotta be a smoothie?
We're going to stretch this $7 out like this.
Okay, will you bring you some water and out? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's none of that. There's none of that.
All the scammers are. Nobody want to spend no bread.
Nobody's doing.
They just doing it for the gram.
They just doing it for the gram, and like dudes really on some like, all they trying to do is have sex, and that's it. It's like, yo, well, this girl, she giving it up after a day or two, so I'm probably gonna go over here. Like, nobody's putting in work.
You don't have to.
And that's my like. I'm old school, so it's
women,
like, bro.
That's women's fault, but that's women's fault.
I know that that's women's fault, and women get mad
when you say it's their fault.
When you say it's their fault, and they want to come at you, it's like, what?
Because they some hoes.
Because I'm just being free. Are you really being free?
Okay. The problem with most people when it comes down,
women want to be men. The women want to be the man. I don't want to be a man.
Tia Black and Brittany been hitting on some real good points, and I'm glad they said. Like
spoil. I want to be spoiled. Yep, I don't want to open my door. I don't want to think that hard. Yep, let me be the woman.
And men want to be bad bitches.
Bad bitches. Yep.
I'm sorry, but I'm okay with being feminine. I'm okay with being girly. I like it.
I think it's one word we need to get out of our vocabulary, unless we are really that in business. We need to get that boss mentality if you're not going to be a boss for real. Anyway, or if you
because if a woman's a boss, you're gonna basically be labeled as a
bitch. Well, as a bitch, I'm gonna say your word for you.
Okay, that's what you're gonna be labeled as.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I learned in business for women, either you're gonna be a bitch or you're gonna be a hoe. Flat out, it ain't no in between.
That's true.
Yeah, because
I'm guessing I'm gonna have to take the
right. So
because I'd much rather be respected than loved.
There you go. And so and then either you will be a fuck. If it's men, you either a fuck boy or you're an asshole. So I'd rather be an asshole.
I'd much rather you be that because I'd much rather you have the respect to be loved out here.
So people, when I say that and I said that harsh Miles, I'm not no bitch or a hoe. Well, guess what? That's why you've been working at the same spot in your business 18 years later, and you still talking about your bills is not getting paid. I met a white man. This had to be right after my stroke, or right before my stroke. So we're going 8 years, like 2014, in the summer, like in June. White man came up. He knocked. Hey, how you doing? I'm looking for Miles Dixon. I said, that's me. He said, hey, man, how you doing? I'm looking like, okay, he don't got no gun on him, so okay. And I said, come on in, man, you know. Yeah, man, you got a nice place here. It smells good. Because I was just doing oils, and so I just started my oil business. He's like, hey, my wife had a meeting with you yesterday. I said, yeah. I said, man, I hope if she, I ain't saying nothing offensive, did I? Cause I gotta be up now. I'm standing up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Oh no, have a seat. I'm just not used to my wife coming home talking about another man. No, he says, yeah, I'm not used to my wife coming home talking about another man. She said about Miles. Miles had a very good conversation. He knew what he was talking about. I came home. I did the research, baby. We didn't really need to talk to Miles. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And from that, he went on to say, my wife don't talk about nobody, and she started researching things, and can I say something would be offensive? And I'm thinking like, who the fuck is your wife? He said, okay, in case you don't know, you can see I'm white, okay? My wife was Alice, came in to talk to you. Oh, Alice. Alice was a beautiful black woman. Beautiful. Oh, okay. And he said, the problem with most black people in business, they're not shrewd. I was like, what the fuck this motherfucker just say? He said, the problem with most black people in business, they're not shrewd. At first, I was like, I got kind of mad. But then I really realized what shrewd meant. I thought shrewd really meant rude. It's just meaning to make a precise decision. And he was right. Most black people want to toddle the fence. They don't want to say yes or no. They just want to say maybe. We'll try. I mean, let's take a swing at it. Well, you should just say fucking no. Or you should say yes, let's do it. And get it done. And as he proceeded to talk to me, he made me realize that people know exactly the greatness in black people.
Yeah.
We just don't know the greatness in ourselves.
No, because we do everything for a bag.
Yeah, we do everything for money.
Everything.
And money is what, because on the back of money, it's saying God we trust.
Yeah, we do everything for money. Like, okay, I saw this, somebody sent me something with Sierra twerking on a Jeep. And I'm like, it was her, it was like a bunch of other black girls on there. I'm like, why are we the only black women? I mean, not black women, but why are we the only women in America or just in the world, just always somewhere shaking our butt for $1?
It's like
you're married now, you have kids. Like, girl, go sit down.
But in Sierra's defense, that's what she was known for.
Okay, but you're not doing that no more. You just wrote a book. Go do that. Go be a book writer now. Go be an author. Like, come on. Like, why are we always those women?
But why women always tooting their ass up in pictures?
And I think she did that shit too.
She gotta let people know she still got it.
No, she did that shit to that as well. But I want to say Floyd Mayweather's daughter did it first in the gas station or something like that.
Sierra, baby, why are we trying to prove stuff? We passed all of that. We already improved. We can do it. Why are we still stooping down in these kids' level?
That's true.
Why are we the only women though? Like, think about it. We're the only women, and they wonder why we're so disrespected. Look at how we do ourselves. Nah, I said it. Look at how we treat ourselves on the TV screen. Like, all for $1 though. All for $1. You don't see.
Shout out to my black women who started getting out of porn and start progressing in life. I just had to say that because it was at the time. But you said it. But the reason I brought that up because a lot of black women don't understand the importance of being a mother, a sister, an auntie, a cousin with respect.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like. And at this point, I mean, we understand she was a dancer. We get it. We get it. But at this point, you don't have to prove that anymore. You've passed that stage in life. You're on to something else.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like, you don't have to do that.
Later. Okay.
We just passed
that video.
Like, come on.
That video was the shit, though.
Which one?
Later.
You talking about goodies?
Yes.
Goodies, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, she can dance. I'm not saying she can't.
But when they try to compare her to as a new Aaliyah, I was like, y'all crazy as shit.
I hate when they try to compare any other artist because that's that artist and this is that artist. Don't compare me. Like, let me be me. Let that person be like. Don't compare me to them because this is me. That's them. If they gonna do it differently, because I'm gonna do it differently. We always trying to pin each other against each other. That's the problem. That's just how I feel. That's just me, and we fall for it every single time. That's just, that's my take on it. So, sorry, I just had a little venting moment. venting moment.
Brittany.
No, it's just, it's annoying.
So,
it's like,
so Brittany,
don't compare me. I'm not compared to none of the actresses here. They're great at what they do. I'm great at what I do. When we work together, we work together. And that's how I
Who
should
said
do
you was great though? I'm just saying.
I said I was
okay,
great.
damn.
I don't need you to tell me what I can and cannot do.
Well, I'll be damned.
And I support them. That's just what it is. It's no comparison. And that's what I'm saying. We let people pin ourselves against each other
All the time.
every single time. That's why I love Jay-Z.
Yeah. What's all these websites we're seeing?
I don't know. I can't see nothing. I don't know what happened. I think people just stopped talking to me.
Girl Boy said, damn, that was too much. But everybody.
Ms. Carmen said facts is really said how we do ourselves. Yeah, like we need to start. Oh, there go my comments. We need to start having more respect for ourselves.
Sisterhood is very important. What I don't like when sisterhood.
Genuine sisterhood.
And I don't like sisterhood situations when it become a male bashing issue.
I'm over the male bashing conversations. I think we as women in our community need to start looking at ourselves and what we're doing and not doing. And being honest about what it is that we need, not what it is that we want. And I think that's what people are getting confused about. We need to have safety and security.
So I'm gonna show you what we played the day that you wasn't here. What day was that?
Tuesdays I'm not here.
Yesterday. So, Dro, can you do me a favor? On our videos, you should see a thing of Tupac. Do you see it? A video. And I'm going to play that. We're going to play that. And then you should see another video with Tank.
Miss Carmen said, I demand to be treated like a woman in the presence of a man, period. Exactly, Miss Carmen.
It should be. Or it might be up top. Because I don't know how.
I'm over the independent spirit as well, Miss Carmen. So we need to get rid of that independent spirit. I'm over that spirit.
Yeah, what that spirit?
Y'all be independent if y'all want to.
Right. Speaking of spirit got some good prices on. I was traveling this week.
But I think the thing for me is that
I see some blank. I see 2 blanks, 3 blanks, but I don't know what they are though.
Okay.
I agree, Miss Carmen. Yes, we need to get rid of the independent spirit.
Well, looking around the ground. Don't tell me.
And being dependent doesn't make you.
Looking around the ground.
Yes, interdependent. Yes, Miss Carmen, I agree.
Yeah, the video.
She's married. She's married.
Downloaded yesterday. So,
girl, boy, I don't believe with that. I don't believe that.
What?
She said she's married. That career is over.
No, her career not over.
I don't believe anybody. I don't ever believe your career is over by getting married. You just gotta learn how to balance it. I mean,
I don't think
Beyonce's married. Kelly Rowland is married. It's a lot of people, actresses in Hollywood that are married. Meryl Streep was married. Like,
what you say? You put it in the Switcher studio. Yep, cloud video.
What was you about to say?
I just think we should never. I would never tell nobody to end their career because they got married.
I agree with you.
Or if they're older, I wouldn't say that. If Nicki Minaj is 76 years old and she's twerking, fine. Dolly Parton's still showing her big titties. I mean,
yeah.
So.
Well, Cher, she's still singing and doing what she does. Yeah. She's like 80 something, ain't she?
Yeah, Cher look, and she look 80.
You see Betty White. Betty White was like 100 years old.
99 years old.
Yeah.
You know, it look like Tank. It's Tank.
What are we about to look at?
I'm about to let you hear it. Because yesterday was about love. And I was telling people, love is our community weapon. That's what they're scared of. You found it?
Of love?
Love. If black people loved each other. If we love who we are and we love together.
TikTok.
Yeah. It was
a TikTok with Tupac on there.
Yeah. Okay. Whenever we get a chance to play it.
Can you imagine somebody having $32 million and this person has nothing and you can sleep?
A new analysis shows the richest Americans, the top 1%, made nearly 20% of all the available income in America last year.
There's no way that these people should own planes and their people don't have houses, apartments, shacks.
Welcome to Chartwell.
I mean, why have 52 rooms and you know there's somebody with no room?
You say to people that say, well, they earned it.
But even if you earned it, you still owe.
The game is rigged.
They lending money to everybody except us.
They don't give a fuck about you.
It just don't make sense to me.
They don't give a fuck about you.
This world is such a gimme.
More for themselves.
Push.
Less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking.
I want to thank every Amazon customer because you guys paid for all of this.
It's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Our violence isn't the threat. Our love is. Our family separated. It's fine. It's perfect. The man staying with his family and raising his kids and pouring into his woman. That's the threat.
So,
I agree with that.
there you have it.
LeBron James displays that.
He's
Nipsey was doing that.
Nipsey was doing. A lot of us do it.
Jay is doing that. Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, and I'm using all the people that's in the so they can, and that's why I'm saying all those people.
And when you're doing that, that's what most people hate the most.
And they don't shed light on that.
Not at all. When you're doing what you're supposed to, that's what I was saying yesterday on Girth. Will Smith has always played a father in everything that he did because he is a father. He also played a loving person in everything he did. There was never one moment when he was demonic or when he turned his mission was to hurt someone else. So even in Bad Boys, he played a person there. He talks about his mother and father, how he raised and his situation. He wasn't really a womanizer. He was a womanizer to a married man, which was Martin. But once he was in love with his sister, found out that his sister you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was like, well, damn, maybe he's not that bad. You know what I mean? So it comes a time when we have to understand, black men is being targeted. Whether you're rich,
I think poor. It's the community in general is being targeted because now they got the woman.
Yeah, they
started with the man.
Actually, the woman is the new bullet for black men.
That's what I'm saying. They got the woman. Yeah. I mean, they was out to destroy the man. That's how you kill off a generation. Right. Kill a people is to get the man, and now they're targeting the women.
Most definitely.
And the women are falling for it.
Girl, boy, you on the air? Oh, she hung up.
Yeah,
she impatient as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they got the woman now.
Yeah.
And what they did with her is they gave her more education. They gave her some more money.
More jobs.
And they gave her a little bit of power, and she has gone off the rail.
Listen, it's a known fact. Women right now could go get a job, and some jobs be like, you could use our baby care service, our daycare services. Mm-hmm. Do you know my friend who take care of his 2 children couldn't even get that?
Wow.
Because basically the job told him, well, our system, it pays for only women. The government, where we get our assistance from for the funding,
only pays for the women.
It's crazy.
And black women really been taking care of everybody else's kids, but they own.
Ooh, shut up.
Why did you?
Shut up. Do you know the first 5 presidents, their wives didn't have no babies? It was all the maids.
That's what I'm saying. Black women been taking care of everybody else's kids but their own.
Lincoln was a sissy. Listen, I know y'all ain't want to hear that, but yep. Lincoln liked it in the old Fagundo.
He's so silly.
So, you know one thing I liked about my LGBT community, the reason why I love them because they like to tell the truth. And they
also move in unity.
Yeah. I don't know. That's probably another letter. LBTQYHU. And the U is unity. Yay! It is Pride Month, so I will say this. They got a new TV show talking about, I think it's called Queers in History.
I don't know.
Oh my God, they talking about King James, everybody who was gay.
Mm-hmm.
Lincoln is one of them. It's just something to see. I seen excerpts of it.
Okay.
Carmen said, yes, Brittany. I said that yesterday. Now they are going after the woman, and it's important that we recognize it. But, Miss Carmen, we said that, but the point we was making is the same. This is what I get. When women say it, it's more clear to y'all. Yes, they going after the black woman, but they going after the black woman to kill or that's the person to become the enemy of the black man. That's just it.
Wait, it's another way for them to destroy families. Why?
Yeah.
Because what's happening? Women, they're not getting married, or they're or if they do, they not having the kids, or they're having the kids much later. You know what I'm saying?
Or they having the kids by white men,
or they having them, yeah,
or others. Yeah. Remember y'all when y'all was mad at black men dealing with Vietnamese women? Well, when they was in the army, that's who they dealt with. Because y'all letters stopped.
But it's crazy.
Y'all pictures stopped.
They strategically keep the black women out, though. That's why it's so irritating and annoying with some of the men, because it's like, you know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But they strategically keep us out with the men, especially the men, the powerful men. And I'm just going to use more of, like, I would say entertainer men. They keep us away from them, but they let all the other girls go ahead and get in too. So all of that's strategic too.
All of it.
Yeah.
And it starts in high school. So let's do this. I had asked Tia a question yesterday. And this is a test I always ask people. Name me 5 wealthy or rich people that has nothing to do with entertainment that's black.
Well, they would be African. I know. You said 5?
Name me 5. And this is the crazy part about life.
That's wealthy or black. I mean, that's wealthy, but they're not rich.
Wealthy, rich, but they're black.
Do I have to say?
Yeah.
Can they be doctors?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. But see, that's what I'm talking about.
Can they be doctors and lawyers?
Yeah, but that's my point.
Okay.
We don't even begin to think about them.
Okay. I was about to say, can they be doctors? I mean, because there's a lot. Well, I can't.
There are.
There's a lot. It's just people don't know what they're doing. And I remember, I think I had this conversation with you when I was saying that people don't, like, black little boys don't even learn to be electricians. Like, they're not even, you can make so much money just being an electrician.
Listen.
You don't necessarily have to be a doctor or a lawyer or anything like that. Even just having your own landscaping business is a big,
anything that's productive will produce money.
Yes.
So here's the thing. That was my point of asking.
Oh, okay.
Because most people, when we think of people that's rich or wealthy, we only think about entertainers.
Yes, and I use them because, again, that's what people see. But you're not seeing the people, the electricians. You're not seeing the electricians.
And I know plenty of electricians.
You're not seeing the carpenters.
Live a wealthy life.
You're not seeing the carpenters. You're not seeing people that have landscape companies. You're not seeing truck driver that own the trucking companies. You're not seeing that stuff.
I like what my friend did, and I'm about to do the math, because he said, I asked him when I started doing electrical work.
There's a lot of money in electrical work.
Listen, on one right now, to change the service, so anybody who know what that means, is make a fuse box into a circuit breaker box. Costs $1,800 now, right? It used to be $1,200. A friend of mine used to make was 24 plus 11, $3,500 a day. So let's do $3,500 a day. 3,500 times 5.
And that's in a week.
Times 4. Times 12. This was his income.
For that year?
Every year.
But that was his money? He wasn't paying taxes on that? Okay.
He wasn't paying no taxes. Or after I think his 10th, 11th year, he the one who put me up and being an entrepreneur and about start understanding that they were coming for you after 10 years. And he was right on the nose. My 10th year in business, after 10 years and 18 days, the IRS came to my office.
Well, that's why the other cultures changed their name. They figure out how not to pay taxes, or they pay the bare minimum of taxes. So the key thing really is to pay your taxes quarterly. You tell the government what you're going to give them.
There you go.
And at the end of the year, when taxes come, they probably going to give you some money back.
Yeah. We don't want to get banned right now, but listen, we about to get off this air. Brittany, tell me where they can find you at.
Facebook, Brittany Chanel. Instagram is me, Brittany Chanel. You can find me here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And every other Monday on Switchplay.
No, there you go. Right here, Rise the Grind Morning Show. Me, Miles Dixon, MDixon313 on Instagram, Miles Dixon, the Mediapreneur on Facebook. Y'all, thank y'all for watching. Y'all have watched at least 128 people that tuned in. And I want to let people know, when y'all see that little number in the corner and say 5 or 6, you just don't know how many times it flicker off and on. So a lot of people do watch the Rise and Grind Morning Show. For the person who's an asshole out there saying nobody watch their show, you full of shit. Get your own. Yeah. So, I mean, I had somebody in my inbox about, man, why you acting like you the shit? I've been trying to reach you for a year. That's why I started my own podcast. I said, congratulations. I said, where's it at? He said, I just do it in my basement. I said, congratulations, bro. Keep it up. You being funny? No, I wasn't being funny, but since you want to say and spread rumors, listen, you punk-ass dude, we going to keep doing ours. And, yes, we do have 5 or 6 people at the same time, but those numbers be flipping. And as of right now, we had 116 people watch us, and right now nobody is paying you attention but me, but I refuse to say your punk-ass name. But you're watching because I see you. All right. Dro, tell me they can find you at.
Google Best Static. BESTADDIT. You can catch me on Saturdays at 5, me and Kermit Detroit Table Talk on Simply Podcasting.
Yes. And that's what we're going to start telling y'all to go to simplypodcasting.com and check us out, y'all. We be live right there. Just go to simplypodcasting.com, go to channel, pick your favorite channel, which means pick your favorite show. And you can see the past shows, the live shows, and know what you know. Here we go. All right, until next time, we love y'all. Peace, and we are out.
Up early in the morning, get the kids off to school. Rise and grind, pack a lunch or two, then get